first news story that I wanted to tell you about is Leonardo DiCaprio's mother spraying his fans with a hose.
Leonardo's fans?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently there's like a tour bus in the city that goes by his house, and his mom got sick of it, so she started going out there and spraying the tour bus with the hose.
Oh my. I would be sick of it too. Her son has been famous for how many years now? How long has this tour bus been going on?
Yeah, apparently it's like one of those tours where they go to all the celebrities' houses, and she also has really good aim. So every time they come by, she just goes out there and sprays them with the hose. Like, it's because the buses are open, you know? So she's just out there spraying, like, and I think I can't remember how old it said that she was.
They're
75. She's 75.
They're probably going to make it a part of the tour, like, you know, front row, you may get wet coming up on this next one.
Yeah, because it's Leonardo DiCaprio's house.
Oh my gosh. Titanic is, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
I got it.
Yeah. A woman crashed her car, and I don't mean just like went off the road and hit a tree or anything. I mean totaled it out because she's seen a spider while driving.
You know what? That sounds crazy, but I'm not even gonna lie. That's almost happened to me before.
Oh.
Like, there was a spider on my steering wheel one time. Or, like, there's been ones on my dash. Like, that used to happen to me sometimes.
Oh, my goodness. You
and
know,
I would go crazy. Like, forget that I was driving.
that only happened to me once when there was a wasp in the car. It was flying around by my feet, and I was fruiting out. I was trying to stomp and kick, and I'm like, ah!
Luckily, every time I've had a bee or anything in my car, it gets trapped in the back window. So I can hear it buzzing around back there, but I don't like have to freak out because it's like trapped. So
Luckily, we managed to keep it under control, but she panicked to the point where she lost complete control. The car is just smashed. The spider probably made it out alive.
I would be so angry if that happened to me. I would be so upset with myself.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she is, especially since it went viral and everyone's kind of making fun of it.
One time my window wouldn't close. There was like a crack in it, and there was a spider web from my mirror to my car, and there was a spider crawling on it. So I started going faster, and the spider curled up into a ball, and it wouldn't like blow away. And I was like, oh my God, it's definitely gonna crawl into my window. So I'm like, the whole time I'm driving, I'm looking over at it. It was like a 20-minute drive. I'm looking over at it, like going faster, like trying to get it to blow away.
It's probably worse than texting and driving.
Yeah, I think it was less safe. Okay, so my next story is, do you know who John Legend and Chrissy Teigen are?
Oh yeah, he's a judge this season on The Voice.
Yeah, so apparently they were at a Miami Heat game. Maybe it was Miami. I think it might have been Miami Heat versus the LA Lakers. I'm not sure though. But they were at a Miami Heat game. They were sitting front row like celebrities always do, you know, and Dwayne Wade went to shoot a basket and he was off balance and he fell right into them. And like I watched the video and they laughed afterwards and stuff, but it was so awkward. Like,
oh my gosh. And they're so sweet. Like, they're a sweet couple.
That's the picture. In the picture, Chrissy
They're
Teigen,
holding drinks even.
Yeah, and Chrissy Teigen's like, it was so funny watching the video. Like, I was like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
I used to always be scared of that at basketball games.
Yeah, or I went to a baseball game once and everyone's so excited to possibly catch the ball. And I'm like, no, how embarrassing would it be if it cracked me in the nose and I had to be rushed out because I'm bleeding?
That's like my biggest fear. Is
balls?
To be at balls flying at my face. It's to be like at a baseball game or a basketball game or something and have something like hit me in the face.
Oh yeah.
Because that's so embarrassing in public.
In high school, I had braces, and this kid I had a crush on threw a basketball. It landed straight in my face. My lips were bleeding because my braces got stuck in them.
It was a boy?
Oh yeah.
Boys are so annoying. When I was in high school, we were playing dodgeball. And some boy, I forget who it was, he was kind of a nice kid, but I remember he whipped this dodgeball as hard as he could trying to hit someone else, and it hit me right in the face. I had my glasses on.
Oh.
So I don't think I had braces anymore, but my nose hurt so bad, and he was like, oh, sorry,
Was
I was
it
aiming at
the
him.
squish balls or the rubber boom balls?
I think it was the squish ones,
Oh.
but he was like
Whipping
he
it.
wailed it, and he felt so bad. But I still, like, my instant reaction was like, "Fuck you!"
Oh,
Like,
my
I was
gosh.
so upset with him.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Well, I can, because I got hit in the
Yeah.
face with a damn basketball.
Yeah, especially if you have braces or glasses or something.
Yeah, it makes it
sucks.
worse. It does. So, listen to this next one. This lady is arrested because she beat up her husband when he wouldn't tell her that she's pretty.
What?
Yeah, so I guess they were on a date at the movie theaters. I think this happened in Texas. And she asked him if she looked pretty, and he didn't respond, which prompted them to leave the theater. The whole way home, she was punching him and hitting him. They get home, and she continued to assault him, and when a family member tried to intervene, she assaulted them too.
Oh my gosh.
Like, how low was her self-esteem that day?
There must have been a lot leading up to that because, I mean, I guess they couldn't have been fighting too bad if they were on a date.
Or maybe they'd already bought the tickets.
Yeah.
No one wants to waste how much it costs to go to a theater nowadays.
Either she is really mean or maybe he's really mean.
I wonder if she even looked good that day, because what if he was just being honest, you know?
Yeah. Like, she basically, I mean, I don't know though, I would lie and tell someone they looked pretty so I didn't get beat up.
Well, every situation has extenuating circumstances. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's a little too angry though, just for someone not. And also, who asks someone if they look pretty? Like, I would not be like, hey, like, do I look pretty? That's like kind of weird.
Well, see, like to my husband, I'd be like, hey, baby, does my butt look good in these pants? And he'd be like, oh, yeah, it does.
Okay, I guess yeah, it kind of does make sense. It just kind of makes it sound like the fact that she asked and then got so upset when he didn't answer.
Like, she knew she didn't.
Yeah.
So she was fishing for a fight, it seems, rather than fishing to see if she looked pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Argument in the making.
Yeah, that sounds like she was starting a fight. She was like, do I look pretty? Knowing that they were probably already fighting. So he was probably mad at her. And he was probably like, I'm not going to tell you that you look pretty when I'm mad at you.
It was a self-fulfilled arrestment.
Yeah. For real. Like, I don't know who sounds good in that situation, you know?
Yeah. Well, at least he didn't hit her back. Props to
Yeah,
him.
good
'cause
job.
I would have lost my shit.
Okay, so the next story that I found is that a Dutch fertility doctor used his own sperm to father 49 children. DNA test just showed. He's dead, but the children who found out that he was their biological father, a lot of them said they're happy that this chapter in their life can be closed because for a while they weren't sure. So they said, you know, he's dead, so there's not really much they can't meet him or anything, but they're just happy to know.
So, like, he secretly did that.
Yeah.
So do you think he was like, I'm gonna give you my sperm, lady.
He's like freaking trying to be Genghis Khan or something.
Not donor number 285, me, this guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I think it's something weird in men, like just like in some men that they want to spread their seed so much. Like that's why they say like a huge percentage of people are related to Genghis Khan because he impregnated so many women. It's like a weird thing that used to happen where that was like a thing where guys like wanted to birth children, as many children as they could.
But do they take care of him is the real question here.
No.
No,
he was just a sperm donor. That's why it's even so much weirder. It's like he didn't even want the children.
Maybe he was curious as to see what a child would look like with each particular woman. So he's like, well, I've got the perfect setup to find out with no obligation.
I think that maybe, like, I don't know, maybe he never had kids with his wife or didn't have a wife or something, but he wanted to, like, keep his family name alive. I don't know.
But they wouldn't have the family name if they didn't
that's
know.
True. I don't know. It's a very weird thing to happen. I would be livid if I was one of the mothers.
Oh, yeah. Especially if they were led to believe that they got to pick the donor. Because
Yeah.
they get to look through the qualities, the traits, and pick someone based upon what they like. They have no clue who this doctor is.
Yeah, I mean, he is a doctor, so at least...
What if he had medical ailments that'll be passed down?
Yeah, because a lot of people, like, if I was a mother and I was picking someone at like a sperm bank, I would look for, like, if diabetes runs in your family, you would want to find someone who doesn't have diabetes in their genetics.
Yeah. Okay. So Switzerland, right? We've all heard of them. And what are they mostly known for?
Being neutral.
Okay. I'm thinking more of like goods. Like what kind of goods comes out of Switzerland? Like chocolate?
Hot cocoa?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay. No. They are sitting on more than 15,000 tons of coffee that have been set aside. They're stockpiling it in case of a shortage or in case of like a big disaster.
You know what?
They just came out and they're like, well, maybe that's not the most essential thing we need.
You know what is crazy about that? I just heard that because of like climate change, they think that coffee will be extinct eventually, like, and not too long of a future. They think there'll be shortages because in the warm climates where they grow coffee, you know, the climate's changing, so it's like hurting the coffee plant.
Right. I heard of that too, but as good as that would have sounded if that was their reason, it was not. They're just like, you know, we have all this coffee, let's stockpile it. It's an essential necessity. And now they have so much of it, they're kind of looking back and they're like, well, maybe we should free up some space for something more essential.
Water, you know.
Grains, you know, really.
Seeds.
Yeah. And I guess we should go take a trip and have the Switzerland coffee party and release all the coffee for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, if there was like an apocalyptic situation, I don't know that I would be too worried about coffee. I mean, I would miss it.
Imagine waking up though to your fire with wherever you're living and someone like percolates you a nice cup of coffee after 10 days of killing zombies.
Have you ever made coffee on a campfire?
I have.
It's so nice.
It's so good. I've also did bacon and eggs and stuff on a campfire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We had our friends when we went camping last time. Our friends made breakfast, but I was like, I'm not doing that. I'll like burn everything probably.
I think it's easier to cook on a fire because you don't have to worry about, like, you know, each stove is different if it's not like a propane stove. If electric, you know, you don't know how hot it's going to get at number 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like my electric stove, I'm always confused. Like they'll say like medium high heat, but if you put it on high, it's like
your smoke detector goes off.
Yeah, that happens to us. We have to open the back door and stuff. It's so annoying.
Right. So what is medium heat on an electric stove? Please tell us, people, because if I put mine on 3,
medium's too
it's
low.
burnt.
Oh, on mine, if I put it on like 5, it's too low for anything. It won't even. It takes like an hour to boil water. I have to put it on like 7 or 8 to boil water, and like if I'm trying to boil a small pot of water, I have to put it on 7 or 8. And it still takes about 10 minutes.
Oh my. But yet they advertise like, oh, get this one, you can boil a pot of water in 60 seconds. Never have I ever experienced that.
No. 60 seconds?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That would be so great.
Yeah.
It takes me forever to boil water.
So guys, if you know any tips or more facts about these stories or any crazy story we should hear about, drop it in the comments. We'll be reading them.
Oh, wait, I have one more.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is going to be a bonus story because after I found all these stories, I found this one, and I just thought it was so funny that I had to tell you about it.
I'm excited.
Okay, so apparently, you know Jeff Bezos of Amazon? He's the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
So he came out a little while ago, and people were like mad because the Amazon employees, like I think it was in Britain, they didn't have enough time to go to the bathroom, so they were like peeing in cups and stuff. They weren't allowed to like take time off to walk to the bathroom in their facilities, you know?
That makes me feel bad about my next day deliveries.
Yeah, but it's causing a lot of problems to get. Like I use Prime too, but I do.
Those shoes were so cute.
I need things. It's like you get so used to getting things the next day or like 2 days. that you can't go back.
Yeah, you don't think about the employees that are working strenuously.
Yeah, because like apparently working in an Amazon facility, like a lot of those people were living out of their cars even though they were working full time. Like that should never happen.
Hey, that reminds me. I was watching Undercover Boss, some old episodes, and they went to like Waste Management or some company like that, garbage pickup. And this poor woman, she was such a hard worker and so devoted to the company. She didn't get lunch or bathroom breaks, and she also was peeing into cans. And I am so happy that she got to be on Undercover Boss.
Yeah.
And her boss seen what was happening.
Yeah, because a lot of times the bosses don't know.
Exactly.
So like when that story broke about them like peeing in cups and stuff, Jeff Bezos came out and was like, that's not what we want, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know if he didn't know or if he knew, you know, like it all comes from the top. So obviously he's like being too hard on the people below him who are being too hard on the people, you know, it like gets passed down, and then the people at the bottom get the worst.
To the point where the bosses don't realize how bad it is that low down.
Yeah, because, I mean, I doubt Jeff Bezos ever goes to see his freaking, the fulfillment centers. Like, I doubt he goes to them. But, so, that all happened, and then people were outraged. So they started saying, no, you need to be paying them $15 an hour, like a minimum, like a livable wage. People
I figured they were already. I mean,
I know, that's
Amazon
a good
gets
job.
a lot of business.
And working at a fulfillment center, you know, like, that's, like, not, like, working at McDonald's. You know, like, you should be able to live off from that wage. That's, like, a decent job.
Yeah.
So, apparently people were, like, freaking out about it. They were like, you need to pay your workers a living wage. They shouldn't be living out of their cars, you know. And so he did. Amazon raised their minimum wage to $15 an hour. Good job, Amazon. And they're still a giant evil corporation, but, like, less evil. So apparently, Jeff Bezos came out and he was giving a speech, and he said, like to all the other big corporations like Amazon, you know who you are. You should raise your minimum wage to match ours. And he was like, you know what? Better yet, raise it above ours. Make it 16. Make your benefits better, and then challenge us, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a leader move.
Yeah, that's like really. You know, someone has to do that, because if all the giant corporations are just trying to worry about profit and not their people, no one.
They're not going to make it.
Exactly.
I mean, they might, because there's so many people who desperately need work. But do you really want to make all those people miserable for their whole lives while they're just trying to scrape by for a gallon of milk for their kids?
So the CEO of Walmart, he came out and he said, he posted on Twitter apparently a picture or an article or something about how Amazon paid $0 in their federal income tax.
I saw that.
And then he said, you know, he pointed out that like Walmart pays their federal income taxes, or at least some of them. I guarantee they don't pay all of them. But he said, I challenge you to pay your federal income taxes. You know who you are. Like, I thought that was pretty funny. It's kind of cool to see too, these big companies that are like usually all about the bottom line coming out and being like trying to stick up for themselves, saying, well, like competing to see who's like better.
But at the same time, Walmart is like going forward quickly with bringing in all the self-serve checkout lanes and getting rid of cashiers.
Yeah. Well, you know, when they did, the article compared like Amazon, Target, Walmart, all of their minimum wages, and Walmart has the lowest minimum wage.
Yikes.
They apparently have like, I think they said it was like $13 an hour or something, which I know people that worked at Walmart that did not make that much.
Right.
But, and then Target was, I think, 14, and then Amazon's 15 or something, which Target has already said they're trying to get up to 15 by like 2020 or something.
That's awesome, because what girl doesn't like shopping at Target? I mean, you know, sometimes you can't afford it. Things can be pricey, but girl, go to them clearance sections. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Right when you walk in, they have like all that random stuff.
Or like go to the back. They usually got an aisle or two of clearance stuff, and then tons of kids' clothes on clearance.
Also, you know what? When I go shopping for makeup, I go to Walmart. They don't have anything. They don't have any of the cheap, like there's brands that are good but cheap, like NYX, like they only have that at like Target, and where we live at least. They don't have that at any drugstores. They don't have it at Walmart.
Well, my favorite brand of face products, it's like organic. I can't find it anywhere except Target, so that's where I go for that. But Walmart did just get two brands that I really love. One is Flower by Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
It's her makeup line. And then Hello Bello baby products by Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
I think that was really awesome that they're both concerned about like organic, how things are made, where it comes from, the quality, yet they can put it at a good price for people.
Yeah, well, that's why I wish they sold like The Ordinary in stores, because if you order them online, you have to pay shipping and all that crap, which isn't a big deal because it's still so much cheaper that you save money. But The Ordinary is like, it's just, I like it, like brands like that so much that brands now are just doing simple.
Yes.
Like instead of a million ingredients that you don't understand, now brands are going for like, these are the 3 things in this, you know, like.
And it works better, guys. If you use something that has a huge list of ingredients, just try one time when you have an extra $10. Go get something natural or organic with only maybe like 6 ingredients tops. Ones that you've heard of.
Especially for like skincare.
Yeah, it'll look and feel better. Maybe not like right now, but you will notice the difference.
It makes a huge difference. Because before, I was just washing my face with whatever. Like I was getting like clear, like Clean and Clear or whatever. Like, you know, I was just getting whatever, Neutrogena, whatever it was. But once I switched, I saw a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like now I only try to get products. Every once in a while I'll get a product that has like perfume in it, which I hate doing. But if it's a product I really, really want to try, like that African black soap with aloe.
Oh yeah, aloe is great for your face if you got acne, ladies. Let me just put that out there.
It is amazing. I've only been using it for like 2 weeks and I've seen a huge difference.
Me also.
And it doesn't, you would think it would make you greasy, but it doesn't. Like you can feel it on your face, but it's not in like a bad way.
Right.
Like it's not heavy. Also, when you look at ingredients, the first ingredients are the ones that it has the most of. So, like let's say something is advertising it has like salicylic acid in it, but it's all the way at the bottom of the list. That means there's only like a drop of it in there. So that's a good trick.
Gotcha. So that was our crazy news or funny news or interesting news.
That's just the weirdest news stories we could find this week. We're going to be doing this every Monday. We'll release a new news video, and we're also going to be releasing other videos on Wednesday and Friday, so check those out too.
Hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment and a like, give us suggestions. We'll read them, we'll mention you. We're looking for material, and we're thinking we might start a Florida Man segment in our news. I think that would be funny.
Yeah, next time we'll do Florida Man. So if you're interested in that, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, come back and watch us again.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching.